Custom audiences. So there are several custom audiences you can create when you gain access to a new Facebook page. This is where your most valuable data sits within Facebook, and targeting it effectively is what ultimately leads to ticket sales. So these audiences will be made up of what's called warm data. So it's where users in the audience will already be somewhat familiar with your brand or event. So to give the approximation of an audience size, it needs to be larger than 1,000. So the first one is website traffic. So you may have noticed in the past an occasion where you were browsing online for a product or service, and after a matter of minutes, hours or days, you'll see that same product again on either Facebook or Instagram in the form of an advertisement. So that is the power of not only the Facebook pixel, but retargeting pixels in general. So we've already created our pixel. So what you do is select the pixel that you want to target the data off, and then you can choose all website visitors, people who visit specific web pages, visitors by time spent, or custom events. So this is just a simple page view event. So you might want to do all website visitors in the last 180 days. And what you can also do is people that meet any or all of these conditions. So you can do different conditions. So if you did all, then it would be and. If you did any, it would be or. So it could be someone that's visited specific web pages. So they've gone to, say, your about page, or they've gone to your checkout page. And you might want to do another thing, which is and. Let's do all, and let's just say and they completed the page view objective, or and they were in the top 25% in the last 180 days. So 180 is the maximum amount of days, but that might change depending on how these new cookie laws come into play. But you might want to just stick with any, so it's broader. You'll notice that if your pixel is receiving traffic, it'll have this green symbol. If it's not receiving traffic, it'll be red, or if it hasn't received traffic in a while, it'll be grey. So you can also do combinations you can exclude. So instead of including, you can exclude people. So you might have set up a custom event here, which is checkout, which you might have on certain ticket platforms. So if you put your Facebook pixel into certain platforms such as Eventbrite, you'll have different events here. So you might have an add to cart objective and a checkout objective. Other platforms can be good as they also have a purchase event, meaning like in the past, if someone had bought a ticket and they used their email address before GDPR, you could kind of get all this email data and plug it back into Facebook. But now that you only get a fraction of the data, being able to have a purchase event with ticket platforms allows you to retarget people who you might not have been able to otherwise. One thing to note is that the pixel will only fire if somebody's logged into Facebook on the same browser. And using a combination of custom events, you can create powerful audiences through these combinations and exclusions. So you can do people that have visited the page and exclude the ones that have already purchased, or ones that have added to cart and haven't purchased. So you can be really creative and just kind of narrow in on the audience you want. So say that I'm running two similar events, perhaps the same brand on different dates. I want to target users who have visited both of my ticket pages but have not purchased yet. So we'll just do people that have visited, say, let's just imagine this was our event page. So the URL contains event. This could be on your ticket platform or your own website. And then we just want to exclude, we're just going to imagine that this is purchase event. You just exclude that, and then you'd have your audience, visitors but not purchased, and then just name that accordingly. And the reason they haven't purchased, it could have been they need a little more convincing, or they do not want to or can't currently spend the money on a ticket. So that's the sort of combination that I used to get an ROI of 85.96 on a £30 campaign. I'll just show you what that was. This is just a screenshot of that campaign. You know, this was a retargeting campaign the day after the tickets went on sale. So it was anyone that had visited that sign up page and visited the ticket page. As you can see, we spent £30 and ended up with ticket sales of £2,578. That was an ROI of nearly 86. So it's pretty incredible the power you have with retargeting pixels. So if we just move on from there, the next thing to look at is customer list. So if we go back, so that's your website audience. So we can go back on here now. That was just showing you the pixel. So the next one you can do is customer list. Now this is where you upload any data you currently have. Obviously make sure you've got permission for it. So when you think of your ideal audience when launching an event, nothing appeals more than the previous attendees for an event. If the previous event was a success and you left attendees wanting more, you will want to be able to notify them upon launching your next event. So for this reason alone, customer list should be the first audience you advertise to whenever you launch a new campaign. As we've mentioned many times, since GDPR came into play, you will unfortunately have access to much less customer data than previously, but what you still have can be useful. You have 3 options when creating a customer list. So if you hit next, that's actually changed now. It used to be 3 options. You'll have an option to include a lifetime customer value. You don't normally get this from your ticket data, but if you're running an e-commerce platform, you'll probably have a column with your data of the LTV, which is the lifetime value of the customer. It's how much that customer has spent with you over the course of them being a user. But in most cases, it's going to be a no. And the next thing is you can either just download the list template or just upload a CSV file and it will match that audience. So I'm just going to find a CSV file and upload, or you can copy and paste your data in. Let me just upload a CSV file. So I've just found this CSV from a previous show. It's just customer data. It's just a 1-column CSV. So you just add that and then give it a name. So TV Market Data Fatsoma, which is a ticket platform. Add a description if you want, saying from Fatsoma ticket buyers, and then you just hit next, and what it will do, it will map the columns and hit upload. And you have to wait for Facebook to then match those email addresses with the Facebook accounts, and then you are done. What you can also do with the custom audience is you can upload, with customer list, you can upload the Facebook page user IDs, so PSID. Now, if you remember what these were, we get these from ManyChat. So what you do is go to ManyChat and select a bulk of users. So I'm just going to do this for audiences. Just select an audience, bulk select, and then click bulk actions, export PSIDs, download that as a CSV, just put that in your desktop. And then what you also have to do is get your Facebook page ID. So I'm just going to do that now. So you go to the Facebook page and you'll find your ID in the About section. And go to the bottom and you'll see it here, page ID. So you can copy both of those. So what you want to do is create an audience, you hit next, you hit no, you upload your ID file, that's that one. So you can just do ManyChat users, or ManyChat subscribers, or ManyChat subscribers of a segment, describe how you want, hit next, and it needs more identifiers. So let's just try that again. Now, for some reason that's not working, so let's just open this list and try and paste it in that way. So if you just copy and paste, try and paste it in. So I found the problem. All you have to do is click on action needed and then map it to the Facebook page user ID. Now you need to enter the Facebook page ID here. So just click it and then that's where you need to add in the page ID. It's a little slow. There you go. And just press add one page. And let's just do this again because it has taken the data as the wrong number. Action needed. See, when I pasted it in from Excel, it takes it with the E. So you actually need the long number. So Facebook page user ID, add the Facebook page, all good, upload and create. And now you just have to wait for that to match as well. So that's the custom list done. The next custom audience is, you won't really use app activity and offline activity, so I'll skip through these. The next one is videos. So everyone knows videos are the perfect assets, and they are the perfect asset when launching a new event. Event trailers, after movies and animations all work well to capture the imagination of potential attendees. You know, with any video that you upload to Facebook or Instagram, you can then create audiences based on users who have watched certain percentages or at least so many seconds. So this is useful if you are using a series of videos as part of your event marketing campaign. You could cast a wide net with your first video, and then you could create an audience of users who have watched 75% of that first video, and then use that audience for the next video. And you could repeat this several times to end up with a small but relevant audience who have watched a high percentage of all your videos. So to do that, you just select a video. You can select one, you can select multiple. You can also switch between these and select videos from your Instagram. Can find where it is. As you can see, there's a lot of accounts here. There it is. That's mine. You can also select it from video ID or from campaign as well. So you should confirm. You could do 365 days and give it a name. So you can do 3 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, or a certain percentage. So I can just do revision recent videos, 75% viewed. Simple. The next audience that we can look at doing is the Instagram business profile. So with Instagram content receiving much more engagement organically than Facebook, it's highly recommended that you create audiences based on Instagram engagement. So you'll be able to use Instagram accounts that have been added to your business account, as well as Instagram accounts that are connected to the Facebook pages you have advertiser access to. So you have 5 options when creating the level of engagement for your audience. The default is the broadest, and this will encapsulate the 4 below. So this result includes all these audiences below, and these ones are a bit more specific. So the other 4 are kind of self-explanatory. You can just hover over the grey eye icon if you need any more information. But I like the second audience the most, so people who've engaged with any post or ad, which means they have engagement includes likes, comments, saves, carousel swipes, tapping call to action buttons, and sharing a post. So these people have actually engaged with something. Saved posts is pretty good as well. These people that you've caught their eye and they've saved something. Visited your business profile is pretty broad. Just because you've clicked through to a profile doesn't mean you fall into that warm audience. People who have sent a message to your business profile, they might be people that are fairly engaged with your audience as well. So you can create what you want here. I like to just do visions, Instagram engagements 365 days. So look at the days as well. So just because someone engaged with your page or Instagram account in the last year doesn't mean they're still a warm audience. Think back to maybe a random page that you liked to post of a year ago. If that page is now trying to sell you something, are you engaged? So you might want to limit this down to say 30 if you want to target people in the last month, 7 if you want people in the last week. And note that these audiences auto update, so you don't have to create them every 7 days. You can just create it once and then it will auto update. And of course you can include and exclude the same as before. So that is your Instagram engagement. So lead form, we already kind of covered the lead form in the sign up section. So if you're going to create a lead form as an alternative to email marketing platforms such as MailChimp, without leaving Facebook, I'll show you again how to create the lead generation ads later, but it's worth knowing that you can target people that have opened a form, opened but didn't submit, people who opened and submitted, and then you select the specific forms inside there. So that's lead form. So you can do visions, lead form opened. So the next option is the events, and this is by far the most useful and powerful custom audience when marketing events. Being able to target users who have clicked going or going on a Facebook events can be extremely beneficial when combined with, say, the customer list and the website traffic audiences. The data does stretch back a full year, meaning you can create large audiences if the pages you have access to have a lot of events. So the first three options again here are pretty self-explanatory. You can target people who have responded going or interested, people that have just responded going, people that have just responded interested, people that have just visited the event page and didn't click respond, people who have engaged, so this is people that have liked or shared or commented on any of the events, people that have engaged with tickets, purchased tickets, or intended to purchase tickets. So the last three, these are only for if you have integrated Eventbrite with your Facebook event. So you can't do this for other events. So it's when you can actually buy tickets inside Eventbrite, inside Facebook, without having to leave the platform. Then you can just select all your events. So I could just select all here, people that have responded going, and so I can just do Chippy Visions, Manchester events going last 365 days. So when you're selecting, you can search by either location, by venue, or by keyword. So it's easy to kind of filter these and select which ones you want. So you can click create audience there. The next one is an instant experience. So it's quite an effective and mostly underutilized feature on Facebook and Instagram. It used to be called Canvas, and these are the lightning quick mobile only pages that you will probably be used to. So this is what they look like. It's that when you see an ad and it has a little arrow when you click it, and it opens this nice mobile friendly experience. So they can be made up of several components such as images, video, carousels, and lead forms, and I'll show you how to create these later on and the best practices for follow. But for now, it's just worth knowing that you can target people who opened the instant experience or people that clicked any links in the instant experience. That's fine. We'll go back. Next one is, well, the last one is a Facebook page. So it's similar to the Instagram business profile. You have all the same options, except you also have those that clicked the call to action. So that's the blue button on the Facebook page. I'll just show you which one that is. So each Facebook page has this call to action. So in this case, it's learn more, and that's what you're targeting. So that's kind of custom audiences. Hopefully you have a good idea of the sort of data you can access inside Facebook. Using a broad selection of audiences at the start of a campaign can help you identify potential customers. I like to have a warm audience around 3 times the capacity of an event to repeatedly advertise to. So this warm audience would be made up of event responses, website visitors, instant experience views, high percentage video views. And then once you have this, it's your responsibility to kind of inform and educate the audience about your event. And this is where creating engaging visual and written content on a regular basis is a great way to get into the minds of this audience. So advertising to this warm audience, it's way more cost effective than you can imagine. Say, if you have an event that has a capacity of 1,000 people and you've kind of filtered this audience down to a warm audience of 3,000 people, given an average, it's kind of an over average CPM, so over average cost per 1,000 impressions of £10. Normally you'd get £5 if you're doing it well. Towards this highly targeted data, you could reach most of that 3,000 audience for £30. So when you stop and think about this, you can kind of understand how powerful this can be as a promoter. If your pixel tracking is also set up correctly with your ticket platform, you'll see significant ROIs, as we kind of previously mentioned. It's also worth noting that all custom audiences, even customer lists, if you integrate them with MailChimp, like there, you can import from MailChimp as well. So they're continuously added to. So when new people come in, say you've got an audience of Facebook page engagement. So when new people come in and engage with your Facebook page, they will be added to that audience. Or if someone else responds to an event, they'll be added to that event audience. It's worth noting though, with event responses, you'll have to kind of adjust, or you'll have to kind of add new events, tick new events and add them in every time you have a new event, just because it doesn't do this automatically. But that's pretty simple once you have access to all the events. So that's kind of everything to discuss on custom audiences. In the next video we will move on to the second type of audience, that of lookalike audiences.